Hello and welcome to another Badger's Burrow making stuff from plasticine. This time we are in the Silver Chair, which is actually I think my second favorite Chronicle of Narnia. Especially because of Puddleglum. Puddleglum's the best. So here is a bunch of my old clay stuff, and I see my sculpture of Puddleglum at the very back. I'm gonna try and dig him out. We'll see if that works. I think this was Erebus's father. No, or maybe someone else. No, it might have been Hershey. What's this? Oh, here's another marshwiggle. And here is Puddleglum. And not entirely accurate because his skin here is rather green. While his skin is supposed to have a muddy complexion. But I've got his wide brimmed hat and webbed hands and feet. Actually, these are some other marshwiggles I've made over the years. Obviously, Puddleglum is the only one who appears in the book, but some of my friends and I made up our own marshwiggle characters, and I think these are some of them. Kind of fallen to bits a little bit. They've lost some. But I'm sure the marshwiggles were expecting that. Lost some arms and hands. If I find the clip, I might insert that of this video that I made with these marshwiggle figures. 10 to 1 that you'll ever get that fire started. I know, but figured I may as well try. Well, what do you know? Puddleglum. Oh, and here more recently, because the Logos Theater is planning on making the Silver Chair next, or it's like one of the ones they're going to have in production. And Nicole was saying that they were open to ideas for like production design, costumes, or etc. And so I started playing around with the clay and kind of coming up with my ideas, or trying to play around with what like the costumes or the gnomes in Underland might look like, or some of the props. This is what I made to be kind of one of their lanterns, and then I remembered that I saw in the book that they're supposed to be more of a bluish gray light than a green. So I might want to try to redesign that one. But I kind of like how it turned out overall. And there's this trident kind of spear that they have. So making the characters from the Silver Chair is one way that you can kind of bring it to life with plasticine or kind of play out the stories. But another aspect that I think I'm more going to focus on for this video is the possibilities of creating the world of the Silver Chair, particularly the Underworld. I have in the past also, or maybe these were more recent, started making some kind of like mushroomy type stuff. That kind of feels like it could inhabit the world of the Underland in the Silver Chair. And let's see actually what the description is in the book of that. So we're to the Dark Castle, so back a little bit. Travels without the sun. Oh, here's the picture I was thinking of. But at last a dim light showed ahead. The tunnel grew wider and higher, and they came out hot, dirty, and shaken into a cave so large that it scarcely seemed like a cave at all. It was full of a dim, drowsy radiance, so that here they had no need of the earthman's strange lantern. The floor was soft with some kind of moss, and out of this grew many strange shapes, branched and tall like trees, but flabby like mushrooms. They stood too far apart to make a forest. It was more like a park. The light, a greenish gray, seemed to come both from them and from the moss, and it was not so strong enough to reach the roof of the cave, which must have been a long way overhead. Across the mild, soft, sleepy place, they were now made to march. It was very sad, but with a quiet sort of sadness, like soft music. Here they passed dozens of strange animals lying on the turf, either dead or asleep. Jill could not tell which. These were mostly of a dragonish or bat-like sort. Puddleglum did not know what any of them were. Oh, that must be where I got the idea of the lights being greenish, because the light coming off of the mushrooms and the moss and sort of the mushroom trees was described as greenish-gray. And like I associate green, of course, with the Lady of the Green Kirtle. But I think later it does say that their lanterns that the Earthmen have are more blue. And then that's kind of important, because then when they come back to Narnia, it's what they mistake the moon for being like a bluish gray light for actually being a more Earthman lights or more Underworld lights. Okay, so here's another idea I had, is that for making mushroomy things, recently I was playing around at my desk with color blending and just kind of I took some orange and some green clay and like very gradually mixed them together to make a gradient. And I was thinking that could be kind of fun to try that on these sort of mushroom trees. Could also do some of that like sort of greenish moss. And maybe some like stalactites or rocks and stuff, just to kind of create sort of the underworld here. Oh, I think this is a much older version of the Earthman that I made. It's missing an ear. Alright. I could do more mushroomy, maybe less tree-like things. Like this is the one I had before. I could add in some other color. Could be kind of fun. actually kind of fun. I just realized that what this really needs is one of those dragon-like creatures, like asleep, under the mushroom trees. And I already happen to have at my other desk this little like dragon head kind of thing, so I'm already halfway there. So I'm gonna try and like make this into maybe a more full dragony thing. Ooh, I could do like where the wings are kind of like maybe folded over as he sleeps. And then green in there. Okay. Now if it kind of has that, don't even really have to make the whole body. I might add this one anyway. It's just like, or I could have a leg sticking out. Rockabye dragon in the deep depths. Have fun sleeping till the end of the world.